In the two previous exercises, I show you how to create waypoints and customize them for your purposes. Today, we will finally continue with the planning. We are going to plan a very long route using only previously created waypoints. Again, there are different ways to use waypoints. Hello, I'm Thomas, your Outdoor Tech instructor. In my channel I explain how to use apps and devices related to outdoor and fitness. Are you ready? Then let's get started. As at the beginning of every Garmin Base Camp tutorial, I activate the required tools. I right click on the file bar to activate the detail level, edit, map products, map tools, drawing tools, and edit tools. For planning, I use the map of Scandinavia again. My PC is fast enough, so I set the detail level to higher. Now I need a list in which the route will be created. I use the Garmin Base Camp route planning list from the basic tutorial. Have you already done this exercise? If not, you will find the link in the top right hand corner or under this video in the video description. Today, I plan only with previously created waypoints. You can also use other points for planning, but that is not our training topic today. I select the list in which the route will be created and then select the New Route tool. In the new pop-up window, I leave all the settings as they are for now. I will come to drag and drop in a moment. I select the starting point via the search. If I don't know the name of the waypoint I want to start at, I can click on the list of waypoints and search for the name in the list. I want to start from the ferry port in Trelleborg. It will be enough to enter ferry and I can find my waypoint in a search. Behind the name, I see it's a waypoint. I select the search result and repeat the process as I want to end my journey here again. I can also create the route directly with a waypoint. To do this, I go to the list of my waypoints and search for my starting point. I right click on it in the list and select Create Route using selected waypoints. This can also be done by right clicking on the waypoint in the map. Note that in both cases a route is created in the list of the selected waypoint. You will learn how to set the destination in the next chapter. You can move the route in the list of your choice at the end. There is another way to create a route from a waypoint. Enter the name of your starting waypoint in the search box at the top right of the screen. Mark the list with your waypoints first. Select only waypoints as search result, then right click on your starting waypoint and select Create Route from Result. If you leave the list with your waypoint selected after the search, the route will be created in this list. You can select another list to save after the search. If you then right click on the search result, the new route is created in the selected list. Now open the route interface by double clicking on the route. Give the route a name, select the desired activity profile and choose a color for the route. Of course, you can also do all this later. If you have not yet created any waypoints with Garmin Base Camp, then be sure to watch the video shown in the top right hand corner. You can also find the link here in the video description. The easiest way to add a waypoint to a route is directly in the route interface. To do this, the route should be saved in the folder of your waypoints. Double-click the route. In the example, I now take the route in which we have so far only set the starting waypoint. I click on the green plus and all the waypoints in the list in which the route is saved are displayed. I now select the destination. This can be the same waypoint as the starting point. When inserting, you have to keep something important in mind. If no waypoint is marked in the route interface, the new waypoint is placed at the end of the route. If you mark a waypoint in the route beforehand, the new waypoint will be placed before the marked one. You can change the order of the waypoints here in the window either with the arrow buttons. To do this, mark the waypoint and move its position up or down. This can also be done by drag and drop. Take the waypoint with the left mouse button and drag it to the desired position in the route. Now I will add a waypoint to the route via Garmin Base Camp's search box. To do this, I must first select the list in which the waypoint I am looking for is located. Then I enter the name or a category in the search box and click on search or press enter. And now let only the search results of my waypoints be displayed. In the search result I find all waypoints of the marked list whose name or category matches my search keyword. If the number of results is greater than 5, I can enlarge the display by clicking on the 3 dots at the top right. If I mark a waypoint in a list and then click on search, the distance from the marked waypoint to the search result is displayed. This way I can also search selectively for points in the vicinity of a certain waypoint. Now I add the waypoint to the route. To do this, I open the route with a double click after the search. I can now drag and drop the search result to the desired position on my route. I can also simply select the route and right click on the desired search item. Then I select Add to Route and the waypoint is set at the end of my route. This also works if the route interface is open and no waypoint is marked in the route. Even then, the new waypoint is placed at the end of the route. If you select a waypoint before, the search result is inserted ahead of this point. Especially when searching, it is recommended to use nodes and categories in the waypoints. With categories, you can display several waypoints that correspond to the category you have created. In the nodes, you can find information about the waypoint if your memory fails you. You can learn how to customize your waypoints in the video at the top right. You can also find the link here in the video description. If the new route is in the same folder with the desired waypoints, I can also add waypoints to the route there. The waypoint is grabbed in the list with the left mouse button and held. Now move it over the tour and release it. The new waypoint is placed at the end of the tour. If I want to place the waypoint at a certain position in the route, I keep the mouse button pressed until the route opens. Then I move the waypoint to the desired position and release the mouse button. I can then recalculate the route using the recalculate button, or I close the route interface and Basecamp recalculates the route automatically. If I realize during route planning that I don't like the way the route is going, I can easily change the order of the waypoints. I open the route interface and move the waypoint in their order by dragging and dropping, or I mark a waypoint and move it to another position with the arrow buttons in the route interface. I can then recalculate the route again. I can also remove waypoints. To do this, I mark the waypoint in a list and press the delete button. I can also right click on the waypoint in the route and select delete. To delete on the map, I select the erase tool as I showed in the tutorial number 1. Move the tool over the waypoint and delete it. Then the route is recalculated. The invert button reverses the direction of the route. In the tab Notes, I can save notes and links about the route. In the next tutorial, we will create a multi-day tour from this long route. We will add overnight stays and divide the tour into stages. Subscribe to my channel and you will be informed immediately when a new video is released. You can find the complete step-by-step tutorials of Garmin Base Camp in the playlist at the top left. I explain Google My Maps in the playlist on the bottom left. I'm always happy about your comments and thumbs up. I'm Thomas, your auto tech instructor. See you next time.